I thought I'd start off with some friends' music of mine. The band is called To Whom It May. It's a band actually from Galveston, Texas. But a lot of the folks in this area claim Houston. What's up? Rhino back in town, back on the YouTube bandwagon here. Been out for a little bit, but I thought I'd go ahead and come on in and yeah, have a little fun. So get in the chat if you're here. If you're watching, share it out to whatever you want to share it out to. What's up, Will? Good to see you, bud. We'll just popped in here. So we're going to do some CGC unboxing. I've been out for a little bit. Have been doing a lot of stuff. As y'all know, we had to go through COVID for a while. Me, the wife, and the 7-month-old little buddy of mine, my little boy, got it. And we're good. We're all made through. I got sick again right after not COVID with something else, but I'm back and we're going good. Tonight we're gonna be we might actually have a special guest. 1 second. We're going to be doing a CG unboxing. This one is really special because it's got a lot of keys in it, and it's just got some grails in it. And the reason why I'm representing Hogjaw is because hold on 1 second as I send this to a buddy of mine. Reason why I'm repping Hogjaw is because they helped me with getting prepared for CGC. If y'all get your books pressed before you send them off to get graded, you stand a big chance of not getting it back at the quality or at the grade you want. Now, I don't grade to sell. I grade because I like to keep the books preserved. My collection is a PC collection, and then all the extra stuff I get, I typically sell or trade out so I can find the ones that I am missing. Will has checking out the Gator Guards. If y'all haven't seen Gator Guards, by the way, Gator Guards are really cool. So this is a Gator Guard. So I got this book, right, and it's not really it's not really a gradable book because I mean, you can get it graded, but it has some defects and some errors in it. This was actually something that I won from Comic Man Andy, who may or may not be a special guest tonight. We'll see. Hold on a second here and see what's going on. So yeah, so the Gator Guards is basically like a great way to preserve your books without having to send them to get graded if they're not grade quality. And they have different colored screws you can use, as this one does. Like, had silver and because of the way that the book was. So I did something like this one. Here's a cool one, the Do You Poos. This was the first SNI exclusive they ever did. Really cool book. And I can get it graded, but I just haven't sent it off to get done. And it looks really good in this. So yeah. So Dylan is in the house. So Dylan, this is his outfit, Hogjaw Comics, and I am repping his shirt tonight. So thank you very much for the shirt, bud, and thanks for taking time to press my books. I can't wait to see the grades. Hogjaw does a bunch of sales on eBay, and you can send books to him to get pressed. The good thing is that with him is that you will be able to get someone that takes time with your books, and they treat like this guy. He's very meticulous. He wants to. His goal is to try to get the best grade out of every book. He undergrades everything so that it comes back at it better, so you kind of know what you're going to expect. I've done a couple of orders with him, but never had it come back disappointed. So I highly recommend Hogjaw for both buying books. I met him. Or started doing business with them through eBay, and it was cool because I was bidding on a book, and someone outbid me. I was like, right at the last minute, I'm like, dang. Dylan messaged me and said, "Hey, did you really want that book?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got another one. I'll give it to you for the same price that the guy wanted if you want it." I was like, "Heck yeah, that's awesome." So when you get someone that really cares and they're a collector and over time he's just become a really good friend of mine. He's one of my better friends in the community, and I'm just happy that now he does a pressing. He's got like 3 presses, and he really takes time with what he's doing. So if you're going to press some stuff, you're going to send stuff off to CGC, CBCS, wherever you want to send it, or you just want to get something cleaned up, hit up Hogjaw, look him up. It's Hogjaw Comics Co. And you probably find easiest on eBay. Now, I think, yeah, there's someone lurking in the backstage. I think they're doing something back there. Let me see. What is this guy doing back here? Hey, come back from up behind there. What are you doing? Hello? Hey.
What is
Oh, look at that background.
Ryan, what's up, man?
You can't beat that background.
It's not too bad for a roll of LED lights. It's kind of fun, man. I took the whole thing apart and cleaned it out and put it back together, and it's been pretty good. Oh, you're roboting on me a little bit. Is that my connection?
That's awesome, dude. I don't know. Yeah, it was roboting a little bit. Is it you or is it me?
It could be both. I don't know. Dude, awesome. So I didn't miss the unboxing, did I?
But it looks like it's clearing up.
I didn't miss the unboxing, did I?
It's right here, buddy.
Nice.
Am I roboting at all?
A little bit, but it might be my connection. We'll see. Just a touch.
You got a nice frosty coal in there.
Oh yeah.
You're making me jealous. I always go off with the Red Bull, which late at night I'm still doing Red Bull. It's crazy. My wife's like, "Why are you drinking Red Bull?" I'm like, "Because it's good." So what's been new in your world?
Dude, it's been busy. It's been a busy summer. Summer's coming to an end. I'm finally starting to get my CGC submissions back.
Yeah.
So if you guys hadn't seen the 4 saga books that I sent to Geek Aficionado to be pressed out, made it back, and that unboxing is on my channel, and it's pretty epic, man. I don't know, for me, it's pretty epic.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I saw it when you brought him out. I was like, this guy in Saga, I knew Andy Andy, and he was Punishered out, and then he's like all of a sudden Saga boy.
I still collect Punisher. I'm actively buying Punisher stuff all the time. I've been revitalized by a number of people in the community from Rhino's Comic Report and other places that messaged me, "Hey, where's the Mail Call Mondays with Andy?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't get anything in." And they're like, "Oh, okay. Well, I really look forward to that." And I'm like, "You do? Oh, I just get a cup of coffee and sit down." Apparently people are enjoying it. So when I get back from vacation, I'm going to make sure to try to have something to talk about on Mondays again. And this whole idea started with you and me unboxing something on a Monday because that's when we were available.
I remember that. Yeah, that was like, it's just like, what? Right? Why not just unboxing? Now, if y'all don't know Comic Man Andy, he does his own channel. He has this thing, Comic Man Andy, on YouTube, and he started there, and then he went into this really nice outfit called Comic Core. Tell a little bit about them.
So the Comic Core is a channel on YouTube that does live content 5 days a week at 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. Monday night is Modern Men. Tuesday night is Golden Guys. Wednesday is the greatest comic book show ever, which is hilarious. It's a comedy show. It's fun. Thursday is Andy Given Thursdays, and I had to work last Thursday, and I won't make it this Thursday, but it will return for the Thursday after. And Friday is the round table where everybody gets together and just talk about the week.
Now, he kind of skimmed through Andy Given Thursday. It's not any Given Thursday. It's Andy Given Thursday. I love his intro. Palms are getting sweaty.
Holy sheet. Holy sheet is my catchphrase. Yeah, because that first mega CGC unboxing I did, Drew Manchu from the Comic Core took a bunch of clips from that.
Yeah.
And just pulled like holy sheet or like breathe with me, guys. I'm nervous. Yeah. Are you nervous? I'm nervous. It pulled some amazing clips and made an opening for me that was hilarious. And
I love it, dude.
I'm going to do a companion show to that. So Andy Given Thursdays has been a lot of fun where I talk to a lot of people in the community, and all you guys have to do is find me on IG and Instagram and message me if you're interested in being on the show. Ryan, you've been on a couple of times. You and I are currently planning the next Andy Given Thursday where we're going to talk about something pretty fun, and anybody can hit me up if they want to be on or talk about something that they're passionate about. But I'm going to do a companion show to Andy Given Thursday, and it's going to be Andy Given Sunday.
So you're doing 2 like that?
And it's not going to, Andy Given Sunday is going to be on my channel, whereas Andy Given Thursday is on the Comic Core. Andy Given Sunday is going to be on my channel, and it's going to be a freestyle live hangout like this, where people I know that if they want to hang out and talk comic books, I'll shoot them the link and we'll just talk about whatever comes to mind at the moment.
That's awesome, man. Well, I know that, through this stuff with being on YouTube and whatnot, you've really made a name for yourself, and you've really, I probably wouldn't have even done the shows I've done so far. I have ran into some lame technical difficulties though. I remember you had some, when you were getting started, and I was using a MacBook Pro, and I got the blue screen of death. And I've been trying to get it off, and I've got it off before, but for some reason I can't get it off right now. So it has really screwed me up. So yesterday screwed me up. And then today I was like, okay, I'm gonna use my work computer. Then I plugged in my work computer and it wouldn't work. And I was trying to go live. So if you look at the difference of quality at Andy's and my camera, at Andy's has got like high def, like you can see the rivets in his beard. Each strand of whiteness coming out of the front, like a little goat action there.
So this isn't even that great. I'm using an outdated version of Windows that isn't even supported anymore, so I don't have the software to adjust the camera. But yeah, one of these days, like you and I both have similar technological issues, and so I just need to build a new PC one of these days. But
you spend a lot of time on your set, though, dude. Let me check out this blue background. That thing is sick.
So the slab ideas hanging up behind me, that came from Just a Rican and his comics, Rod's channel.
How do you put them up there?
They're little stands, and I'll shoot you the link. You can find them on Amazon. And Brian from Simpleman's Comics did a review of them. They're just plastic stands that kind of go like a teepee where you can hold it and you can set a comic book up so you can display it in front of a camera or whatever. But they also will fold out and then clamp and tighten down over a slab. And then I use command strips to hang them up behind me, the really heavy duty ones that'll hold like 16 pounds per strip.
Oh, yeah.
So each one has 2 of them on there, and in theory should be able to hold 30 pounds.
That's awesome.
And that's
cool. That's a cool look.
They've been hanging up behind me for over a year now without an issue, 0 issues.
Well, 30 pounds. Come on. That's like way overkill.
Yeah, it is. Well,
but you don't want them to fall for sure. So I'm looking.
You're going to hang up an ASM 129. I'm going to make sure that thing's cemented and not moving.
For sure. I'm keeping an eye on this Rockets game. They're playing the Lakers, and I think it's going to be bad. They were up and now they're down by 10. So sorry, I keep looking to the side there. I had fantasy football. You doing any fantasy football?
I'm not. This year it just kind of fell apart with our work pool. Nobody's really interested at the moment, but that's okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on with it for sure. I've been busy with it though. I don't know who this Facebook user is. They're talking about Lethal Protector, talking about I think I have an idea, but if you want to let us know who this is, shout your name out. We'll put it up there.
I can go back to Facebook and find the feed for you.
Oh, look at So I'm going to start opening this box because it's full of CGC stuff. But I also know there's some other little extras in here that I purchased from Mr. Hogjaw himself. Yeah, if you Andy and everyone, if y'all haven't used Hogjaw, I highly recommend. Like, you will not be disappointed by any means. And just for future reference, next week, as long as I get the slabs in, USPS has been ultra slow with getting books out or getting books the mail. I have like the scans. I think it's Venom 26 or 27 Scon covers, the gauntlet covers.
Oh,
I haven't. Some people have gotten them, some haven't. I've been trying to get my. Huh?
Who'd you order from?
Comic Mint.
That's right. Okay, so did I.
But I talked with them. They said they are backed up though. So
Okay.
and that's that leads us to what we're talking about on the next show, on Andy Given Thursday on the 17th, being kind of discussing how there's a bog down, and is it a good bog down, or is it maybe not such a good thing?
Yeah, it's a great topic.
So many books coming out. It would think that these retailers are killing it, but are they killing it, or are they losing business because they can't fill the orders fast enough?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little allude to what we're kind of planning around for Andy Given Thursday on the 17th. But I have had I ordered from Eastside Comics the John Jiang covers for Transformers 84.
Okay.
Have you seen that? Have you read that at all or anything?
I'm trying to stay away because right now I could go and do a whole hour-long show about I'm putting too much money into my completionist collecting of 3 different titles right now: Punisher stuff, Saga, and Kanto, and I just can't bridge that gap to spend any more money elsewhere, along with my Wednesday pickups too.
Yeah.
But before you get too far into that, I'm going to drop the YouTube link for your live feed right now in your Facebook chat, because Jesus Raymond was talking about that gold lethal protector.
Oh, yeah, he just said it. Jesus Raymond is interested in getting the comic press. So
if you click on the YouTube link that I'm about to drop in that Facebook feed comment section, you can come over here in the live chat and it'll be a lot smoother for you.
Yeah, and if you're on Facebook, you can find us or find me on YouTube, Rhino's Comic Report. And if you're on YouTube, you can find me on Facebook, just Rhinos ... So I'm gonna open this first little package. This is raw books that I sent to him. Some of this is some of the stuff that I got pressed, but we decided not to send in. So we'll take a look at it and see kind of why we decided not to send in stuff. Now, you use oh yeah. So have you seen? Oh, you did. You said you hadn't read the Transformers book, but it's really good, dude. And John Jiang's cover. So the Venom that I use for the promotion of this video, that Venom is John Jiang's Venom.
Okay.
Which is his rendition, and I've got so many people saying, "Hey, where can I get that? What book is that? Is it a trade?" Well, it's not, because John is not approved with Marvel yet. So he's approved, and I think he just released one of his first Batman books, I believe, or related books with DC, but nothing with Marvel yet. But it can't be far behind. I mean, his art is awesome. And if y'all didn't know, he's actually a community member at Rhinos. So you might run into him in the chat sometime. Are you gonna open anything?
I don't have anything, actually, now that I think about it. I got a box of 10 slabs coming back from CGC right now that's due in like Wednesday, I think. That's going to be another planned big unboxing on my channel. Can I get all 9/8 again? Ooh, we'll see.
Man. Did you do all 9/8 or that one time?
Recently, you got to go to my channel and check it out. But I got a bunch of boxes coming this week, but I won't be able to unopen them or unbox them and open them up until later on. But
well, I have this one tonight, and this is CGC. But I have a super huge order coming from CBCS with like 15.
Ooh.
And they're all, I think 95% of them are signed. So it's going to be that one. So maybe we could team up and do that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I would love to do it together. So just real quick. So these are just the raw books that I had come back from them. I had to finish this one. This is from Absolute Carnage.
Before you get too far into showing these, just below you and I on the video screen, you'll see a panel where you can select different views. Pick the one that has like a big screen and then a little screen in it, and watch what happens.
Big screen, little screen?
Yeah. Because then when you pick it, close. This is the one I like to use for Andy Given Thursday. There you go. So now you get to highlight the stuff you're showing off, but I still get to stay off the side and hang out with you.
All right, sweet. See, yeah, that's why you got to find good community members. You know, I will say that in the community, you will find a lot of just all kinds of people out there, man. And there was some recently I had a really bad experience with someone, and it almost drove me not to want to be in the community anymore. Like just like I'm just gonna stay away. And that's kind of the reason why I started pulling back from doing videos. I was like, man, I got burned and I just couldn't believe it. But you know what? There's a lot of good people out there like yourself, Dylan. If like Nolan from Outcast. There's a lot of good people out there. So don't let the bad ones spoil your time. So as I was saying, this is just the last one from Absolute Carnage. I wasn't going to get this whenever Absolute Carnage came out because I hate these action figure variants. But then the completionist me kept picking at my brain saying, you got to get this book. You got to. So I got that.
I'm such a completionist too now. You and I can go back and forth. This should be like our AA meeting.
Totally. It's the worst, dude. And being, especially with Venom, because especially through 25, 26, and 27, now 28 coming out. 29 probably won't be as bad, but 30 is going to be a nightmare because that's I think the 300th Venom book or 300th Venom book is number 30 coming out.
Ooh.
So it's a 330th titled Venom book coming out. Man, Rocket's lost. Dang it. Oh well. So I was gonna pick this up, but I ordered this, but the guy who placed my order did not place my order. So this is just the cover of 26, and I needed it for the collection. The completion is in me again. So that was that one.
So that's the first appearance of Virus, right?
This one is, yes.
Okay.
And they don't know who Virus is. I believe. Yeah, the newest thing is that it's from First Host. It's the oh man, I can't think of his name. Kaltar or something like that from Venom First Host, and they think it might be him. I don't know. I'm tired of speculating on it. I've been tossing around my head a bunch, and I'm just tired of speculating about it. Somebody's like, we'll find out. I think Codex is going to be Dylan from a different universe. If you've been reading it at all,
yeah, that does sound like what I've been. It does sound like what I've been hearing is something about the Dylan from 616 is too young yet.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just have a feeling that it's going to be Dylan. Someone said Eddie Brock, but no, I think it's going to be Dylan. So now everyone knows that Wraith is about to come out. That there's all kinds of cool covers, Unknown Comics did a cool cover. You can get it from Outcast as well. So I sent off my Wraith #1 to get pressed, and I was going to send it to CGC. Dylan took a look at it, and he was like, man, there's some color rub on here. There's a couple little flecks, and I mean, this thing looks, I mean, he brought it to life, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, it looks better than when it left my hands. This run is so unbelievably hard to find in Codex and Virus are revealed. Really, look at Dylan. Dylan's making stuff up over here. What's up, Dave? Dave's in the house. What's up, my friend? Spoilers are out, Will says, and Dylan says the same. Codex and Virus are revealed. I don't want to know because I just want to read it. So don't tell me, please. Just let's be nice. Be nice comic book people. So these books are hard to find. They were very low. I think there was 36,000 of these actually total done. So Dylan's in here, and he'll kind of talk to what he found in it and why we decided not to send it. It's on the back cover. It has a weird defect on your Wraith books. So I'm not going to pull the first one out, but because I sent #1 and I sent #2 because #2 could actually be the classified as the first appearance of a character in there. So the Wraith #1 is the Wraith #1, but I think that in #2 is where the actual character actually shows up. I can't remember. I haven't read the book, but I'm gonna see if I can pull the board out and see exactly what he was saying.
Got that Mylar magic.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you see him now. Dylan, are you talking about like on the top, like top left? It's kind of like a rippling on the edge or something. And it'd be hard to show. There's a little bit of scuff on the. The biggest thing that's gotten me on my books has been color rub on the back.
Yeah.
It is a nightmare. Have you ever come to that as that being the big problem?
For a lot of the Star Wars books that have come out the last 5, 6, 7 years, I know like first Dr. Aphra, I'm having a hard time getting 9.8 my candidates to grade out at 9.8 because I sit down and I grade them, I look and there's color rub issues on the spines and on the back. I've noticed it a lot there, but a lot of current and new books, it depends greatly. My LCS must just have really good luck with the Diamond shipments. I don't see a lot of color rub on new books from Diamond at my LCS, but I hear a lot of other people talking about it online.
Yeah, that's what has gotten me. It's so I'm if I don't get a 9.8, I'm okay. If I get a 9.2, it's like whatever. And some of the books that I got, I know that I got coming from CBCS, they graded hard on my books. I got some of the grades, I didn't get them all, but I got some of them, and they graded really hard on them. And it was like, I just never really color rub is a thing in all in itself to like try to it's so easily done to a book, especially on the back of a book. So that's what gets all the abuse.
Well, you know what's amazing? How many 90s books are you getting that people can get to grade out to 9.8 and not have color rub issues, but now color rub is apparently a problem lately? Like,
Yeah.
what is going on? What's going on in the printing process and what's going on with the manufacturing process where this is becoming a problem,
I wonder if it's like they're printing too much, so
or too fast, or
yeah, too fast and not letting them cool off or something like that. Yeah, so that's what Dylan said. Is that I couldn't figure out how the rippling effect happened. So on the top left of the book, and you won't be able to see it in the camera, so I'm not going to try to show it. But there's like a weird ripple in the thing. Now I mean, Dylan grades hard. I still think I probably would have got a 9.4 on these at least, and I would have been happy with that because they're so hard to find. They're hard books to find in 9.8 because they're scarce out there. For a long time, these books were dollar bin fodder, and then all of a sudden it was like, Donna Cates makes it a thing all of a sudden. Right. All right, let's look at the first. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 CGCs here. And I don't want to keep everyone on too late. So let's go with the first one here. See if I can see what the name of it is. Okay. So
it's gonna be a Venom book, I bet.
Huh?
It's gonna be a Venom book, I bet.
I don't know. It could be. It's very well. You might be surprised. It might not be a Venom book. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what it is here. I can see the back. It is Silver Surfer Black.
Whoa! 9.8.
9.8. That's the Peach Momoko cover. And I think that's going for a pretty penny, if I'm not mistaken.
I think 9.8.
9.8. Yes, sir.
I like the fact that the Silver Surfer took his board and turned it into a sword.
Now, that wasn't originally like that. Originally, she drew something, the sword, to be different.
Okay.
And she had changed it, and they asked her to change it, put the board as his sword, which I do like as well. And I liked this version of Null, the way she did it on this one. And then on the Venom books, she started making them look like kind of like the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
On Momoko.
Me?
You up or down on Momoko?
I'm more down than anything. There's only a couple of covers of hers that I would truly chase for my personal collection, and that would be one of her first covers is that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 100 variant that she did. That is outstanding and fits that story, fits that cover, fits her art, fits that very well, and it was done really well. And it's a ghost book, and it's extremely expensive, and I never see them for sale anywhere really. I'm sure if I looked hard enough, I could probably find one, but well out of my budget. That cover I would buy for my PC for my Turtles collection. Now I found something else I need to buy. And then there's one other that I was really digging, and it escapes me at the moment. But overall, her watercolor art style isn't something that I necessarily care for. The Venom 26 that she did, where Venom and Null meet for the first time on the cover, battling each other. I think that was the first time they meet on a cover.
Yeah, and that's where he has like the cross hatching on, I think, on the like on his like his lips or something.
Yeah, I
And
think
I
you're
was
right.
like, why did she change his face up? Because on here he looks like the way you would expect him to look. If you were to, you know, so David's saying he did a lot of ripping on new books. I think it's because of the amount of ink they put on there. But you know, the Venom book that she did for 26, this looked like the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, and if the cover was done a little bit more differently, maybe it would have caught a lot more action, a lot more heat, I think. But then it definitely didn't help out that CGC came out and did the whole debacle with the free comic book day book, where technically the free comic book day book is the first appearance, but because of it says literally on the label, because of COVID, shipping was delayed and Venom 26 was released first, I think is what it says, right?
Then 26 came out first. Now, I thought they went back and said that one was the first, though. No.
I'd have to pull it up and look at it. But if you look at if you look at CGC graded versions of 26 and the free comic book day one, that's the one I got a couple of copies of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and she made it look like the Nightmare Before Christmas to me. Like that.
There are a lot of fans out there of that cover that really like it though on social media. I was reading on Facebook as well.
I got this one when it came out, this Null or Silver Surfer Black, and you know, then no one really even knew who Momoka was.
That's a 1 in 50, I think, isn't it?
So 1 in 50 or 1 in 25 was a ratio.
Yeah.
So I was real happy when I found it. I hunt hard to try to find the ratios because I don't want to have to pay the second market price for them.
Yep.
So all right.
Yes.
Number 2.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. Hold it high so the camera can't see it.
A what? Oh, high?
There you go. So what you want to do is then drop it down so that people can see the grade when you're ready to show it. Ooh, that's a tough cover, man.
It is, but I'm okay with it. It's such. I got this book at such a good price. 9.4 on that is awesome for me. I'm cool.
9.4 is still near mint.
Yeah, I'm good. Like I got a good smoking deal. I think I got this for like $40.
Oh wow.
And I got it for $40 when it was hot, or right when it was starting to get hot. So, before there was some. I knew when I sent it to him, I'm like, dude, this is gonna need some work. And he's like, well, send it to me. And he did. I mean, he probably got it from a 9.0 to a 9.4, probably. But I'm stoked on that. Again, this is, you know, there's some color up on the back and whatnot, but.
What is the title? Refresh my memory. The title on that from CGC says, is it a first appearance?
Yes, this is actual Null first. From Thor. So this is number 6, and then there's also the Necro Sword is in this series as well. But this is the first kind of running of Null.
Okay, is it considered a cameo or?
It doesn't say in here. No, it doesn't. It does not say. Jason Aaron's story, Butch Geist and Atomic Art covered. It doesn't say exactly what is, but it's like the first part of Null in some form or fashion.
Okay.
So there's a lot of chat stuff going on here.
Yeah, a lot of people are chatting in Facebook, which is really cool and interesting. I usually have an issue with Facebook. It won't let me post sometimes it says I'm spam if I'm trying to type and post too fast. So that's why I was dropping the YouTube link, that if people want to hit the YouTube link and come over and chat live here, they won't have any like Facebook restrictions on how many times they can chat or post. But StreamYard seems to be handling this pretty well.
This seems like one of those books that kind of sneaks by people. Maybe not now because of Kate's doing Thor, mm-hmm. But I was stoked to get that. I got it at such a good deal. So 9.4, I'm happy. It's more for, you know, again, my stuff's for preservation more than anything. So I'm stoked on that.
So hey, David's got a great question here, and the problem is usually the community turns to each other for some sort of agreement or disagreement on here, and then as people start sending in books to CGC or CBCS, Then they wait for the grades to come back, and then see what shows up on the title, whether it's the first appearance or a cameo or something like that. So CGC added a lot of mud to the water on this by stating that the free comic book day version, right on the header of the slab, it says that due to COVID, shipping delays resulted in Venom 26 being released first. So they very carefully
muddied up the waters.
Muddied up the water even more by not stating which one is the actual first appearance, and just stated the situation of what happened, but then didn't commit to which one was going to be a cameo or which one was going to be a first appearance or yada, yada, yada.
I thought I had heard that they said that the free comic book day was first, but it came out later or something like that.
Well,
but
yeah, the original discussion was the free comic book day was going to be the first appearance, and it was supposed to be released first, but COVID shipping delays forced it to come out much later.
So this is Dylan piping in on that Thor. He said, I decided to send it off for encapsulation. I did not think he would get a 9.4. I thought I would get a 9.0. So he thought I'd get a 9.0 after press. I thought it would probably be a 9.0 with his press job, but it came back in 9.4. So again, win-win situation. I know you go hard for 9.8s, and it's more of a preservation thing for me. I'm a collector of collectors.
Well, for me, if there's copies that are out there, if I can buy another copy or something like that, I'll try to chase a 9.8. Like I'll buy 4 copies of a book to try to chase a 9.8 for the collection, and then figure out what to do with the other copies if I end up grading them. But if you're getting something that's hard to find, then sometimes you just have to accept whatever you can get.
Yeah, and I sent off a lot of hard to find books. There was a lot. I mean, these books that I sent off were like the Wraith and that Thor, because that Thor probably sat in a dollar bin book for a while until Donny Cates lit it back up. And he's saying that is the first cameo appearance of Null inside that God of Thunder. All right. Thanks, Dylan. I mean, I appreciate you coming in. Again, that's Dylan with Hogjaw Comics. Really appreciate you coming. So let's see what this next one's going to be.
So now, slowly, let everybody see the cover first. Ooh, nice. Oh,
boom! Now that is awesome. I'm super stoked on that, dude. You know how hard this book is to get?
That's dope, man.
This is Todd McFarlane's cover of number 6. This thing is like, I've seen him for sale for like $1,200 in a 9.8.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Dang.
Look on eBay right now. Venom 6, Volume 3, or 2017.
Oh, man.
Eddie Brock returns as Venom, Spider-Man appearance on it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Dylan knows. This is like, and this is what, Todd McFarlane's my favorite artist, what got me into comics. And I searched hard to find this book. And I got it at a really good deal. It's one of the more pricier books, but when I get it come back as a 9.8.
Yeah, dude. Well, you said 2017, Venom number 6, 2017.
Yeah, put Todd McFarlane cover. So it's Venom 6, Volume 3 from 2017. McFarlane cover, it's Costa's story. I
don't think you're going to find one.
Yeah, they're hard to find on eBay. But if you do find it, when I was searching for it, because I went on a couple of Venom sites and was like in search of, and people literally laughed at me in comments like, "Yeah, good luck finding that book," and it's just hard to find.
I'm not gonna find one, but let me see the GPA on that. Let me look that up for you really quick.
The GPA, we're at
see if I can find it. There's a lot of stuff to sort through.
So what do you need?
No, I got it, man.
Okay. Venom number 6 is 6/17 is what it says on it, like when it came out. I'm gonna go through some of the comments right quick while you're looking at that. It
Venom says 19 issues, number 6.
The Todd McFarlane cover though, it's a 1 in 1,000. 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 2,000, one of the two, something like that. Makes me laugh. I bought all of Thor's and Venoms for my shop on release day. Now it's like worth crazy money, and I paid $4. Like, right? That's the way it works up. When I looked it up on CGC, when I looked it up how to pull it on CGC order, the cheapest 9.8 was $1,500. Dylan said,
And it doesn't look like there's. Oh my God, there's so many covers for this one.
for a number 6.
Yeah.
It's a volume 3.
It does. GPA doesn't tell me which volume it is. It just says Venom 2017, number 6, Marvel Comics. There's Comics Exposure Edition A, Edition B, Edition C, Edition D, Legends and Comics Game Edition, Matina Virgin Virgin Edition, Matina variant. Oh, McFarlane variant cover 9.8.
Yeah.
That must be it. GPA says the last sale was $480, but it hit a high of $1,300 in 2017.
Yeah.
This could be the wrong cover. So
there's only really there's 2 Farland covers from that series. There's number 1 and then number 6. But I don't care. I'm stoked. That's one of those books that was like a grail for me. That was one I've been trying to find, and I didn't never think I would ever have it in my collection.
So you've got number 6. It says number 6 on the title, right?
Number 6, yes.
Number 1 says the last sale was $1,350 of the McFarlane variant.
So 13. So that's the, and I have number 1 too. They don't show the picture of it, right?
Not on GPA, no.
Yeah. So I have the number 1, and that's coming in my CBCS. It's that one. But and that one didn't get the grade I was hoping to get on it but that one was a gift.
You know the grades already?
On that one, I do. The guy who did that, I was very unhappy that he said he just felt like he had to tell me because of the grade. He didn't want me to be like, wah, wah, wah. Again, I don't care really because I just do it for encapsulation. But as I was like, I didn't expect that one to come back real high. That one, I was hoping it would come back at 9.8 because it's a hard book to find, and to find it in 9.8, that's even rare.
Dude,
all right,
I love that cover.
It's a sick cover. It's one of my favorites for sure.
Oof. So my favorite part about CGC unboxings is not knowing the grades for me. So this is just as suspenseful for me as my own unboxings.
Yeah, I told Dylan, this is the second time I've done it with Dylan, and he knows like to pack it so I don't know. I don't look at the grades or anything like that. So here goes this one. Oh yeah, these are the. So this is the run of Venom. Dang, that came back at 9.8. Dude, we thought for sure there was no way this is coming back at 9.8. Are you kidding me, dude? Dylan, you got to be still in here. There's no way this is going to come back at 9.8 because there's a little bit of color rub right here on this thing.
So don't forget 9.8s are allowed to have issues. If the color rub is the only thing wrong with that book and it's a 9.8, what it could have been even better if it didn't have color rub on it. But so 9.8s are allowed to have issues still.
And like right here, it was like if you can kind of see it. My camera sucks so bad, dude. It's almost like someone had held it with like after eating like a piece of chicken, like they picked it up. And so there was a little color rub on the front and like a fingerprint on the back. You can kind of see the brown right.
A little grayish, yeah. Or grayish.
But but hell, I'll take it. I mean, they know what they're doing. That's their job, right?
Those corners got to be super sharp and crispy. Then that must be the only two things wrong with that book.
Dylan hooked it up on the press job for sure. That's awesome, dude. I cannot believe this thing came back. I went back and I was like, dude, I graded him before we sent him off. I was like, dude, this thing's not coming back at 9.8. So what did I grade it? I graded it a 9.4 before when we sent it off. So this will come back at 9.4.
Nice. Is that a newsstand or a direct edition? Wait, no, it's going to be a direct edition.
Just direct edition on this one, yeah. Oh, he got me some. He hooked me up with some tchotchkes in here.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go a little bit quicker because I gotta spend some time with the folks here. My boy, well, he's sleeping with my wife here. Got me some sweet magnets from the Hog Jaw.
Nice.
Man, this is gets you a save 10% on your entire purchase using code Hogjaw. So if someone and he does his pressing for $12. I don't know, and again, I've only used Dylan because I completely trust him, and I think that whoever you use to do this should be someone you trust because they're handling your I mean your valuable books, and he just takes the time to really work on it. So I from now on, like I had someone else do the CBCSs. I'm not going to use anyone else. Even if I get them graded at CBCS, I'll still go through Dylan to get them pressed. That's the clean one. The one I cleaned too. Yeah, so he cleaned that red one as well. Mustard stain or something on the bag. I used the putty on it and Mr. Clean Erase. Huh, that's awesome. Because the fingerprint was a little bit more pronounced. I'm gonna have to pin for the press on interest. Yeah. You hit up Dylan for sure. He'll hook you up. All right. So the next all of these are that same book, just the different covers. There's a white, an orange, a red, and I need one more to complete my set, which is the sketch. So let's see how this one goes. So we know it's the same cover. Now it's just about the grade.
Oh
man.
Sorry.
Was this the white one? Yeah. So this is print 1, 9/8. You know,
I thought I got you there for a second.
The orange one. If the orange one is a 9/8, I'm going to be tripping too because I don't think the orange one was going to make a 9/8.
So remind me, the orange one was the 4th print, and the white one was the 3rd print.
So the white one's the first, the red one's the second, the third one is the orange, and the fourth one is the pink. And the pink that I have is actually a 9/4. I expected all of them to be kind of like around between 9/4 and 9/8 because and I was like, that's cool. They'll all be kind of the same. So that pink one will be a 9. It'll be the lowest one up to now. We'll see what the orange one comes out. But yeah, so 9/8 on that. That's awesome.
Nice, man. Congratulations.
I'm reading this run right now too. It's a pretty good run. The cool thing with this too, and if you don't know, and now the spoilers are out, so I don't know if Lee Price is going to be anything in the series or not. There was speculation that Lee Price was Virus, and this is where is it in this one, or is it in Volume 3? No, this is Agent Venom. Wait, I'm getting everything confused now. I've seen too much. I've come too far. Hold on. No, that's Agent Venom. So this is these are all the Agent Venom ones, and those I think might start getting higher in popularity because I saw a cover that has a bunch of Agent Venoms coming at the screen. So we'll see. Let's take the last one out to see the grade. We know it's the orange one. We just don't know what the grade is. Oh my goodness!
Nice,
dude. You are not lying, Dylan. I am stoked. I cannot believe this came back in 9/8. I thought 9/4, 9/6 maybe, but not 9/8. I got this one. So this one was a cool story. I can't believe it came back. My buddy Chris Myron. He and I we're completionists together. So I found this book online, and this guy is like, it was on an auction, but he doesn't sell comics. He just happened to have some comics that he come across, and he was selling. So, I messaged him, and I was like, hey, how much do you want for that? Or do you want to sell that orange one or whatever? And he's like, well, I'm just gonna see how the bid runs out or whatever. So I think I got it for like 20. I got the red one and the orange one for under $50. And both of them are like over that, especially being 9/8. And I was like, man, I wish he would have had his sketch one. Well, I talked to my buddy Chris Minor. He's like, yeah, I just picked up the sketch cover, which is really hard to find. And he goes, you won't believe how much I got it for. And I was like, how much? He's like, I got it for $80. I'm like, you asshole. I was like, how did you get it for $80? He was like, I just messaged this dude, and he had the red one. And I was like, hold on, what dude? And we had been talking to the same guy, not knowing it. And he had gotten a sketch from before I got there. Oh. And I wonder if he's sending it in to get graded or not. I would love to see what his come back, but we could not believe that we got him for the prices we got him at because they're just hard to find. So and I wouldn't have got these grades without without Dylan doing his thing with them. So I highly recommend Hogjaw Comics to do the press jobs to get stuff. I mean, he's like like your grading. What do you call it? I call it final touches, I guess, just to make sure things are all good to go. I thought about trying to get a press myself, but I haven't broke down to get one yet.
That's your grading guru, huh?
Huh? He is a grading guru.
I've three different cleaners and pressers now. I still occasionally use CCS. Now, a lot of people don't like CCS, but if I pull a book right off the shelf and I'm like, this is a shoe-in, this is definitely a 9.8, I'll still spend the money for CCS to press and clean it for modern stuff because it's easy, it's convenient, and it's insurance because, you know, the value difference between a 9.6 and a 9.8 sometimes can be massive.
Yeah.
But
JT's in the house. This is a buddy of mine. We're getting ready to battle it up on some fantasy football here in a week. What's up, man?
Nice.
And it's Dylan. Thanks. I'm glad you got high grades on your things. You deserve it, man. Thanks so much, Dylan. Man, I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. And I think we're gonna have to do some redos on some of these ones I'll have coming back. And I got another set of stuff coming to you here soon.
Well, now what you got to do is sell the copies that you want to try again, and then just buy other raw copies until you find that one hit 9.8.
Well, so what I'm thinking about doing, because the books that I have coming back, really rare as well. For instance, one of them is Maximum Carnage, the Acclaim one.
Oh, the video game. Oh shit!
And it was beat up to heck. And again, the guy told me the grade because it was low, and I was like, I know it's going to be low. Why are you telling me the grade? Don't tell me the grade. But I just want to. I want to test out my buddy Dylan and see what he can do.
Just owning that book is a feat in its own because there are not many copies of that.
And I got it for such a good deal too. You know, I don't buy things unless it's a good deal. I'm just kind of stingy like that. Like there's some folks out there that have cash and will just buy whatever price, and I'm the opposite. It has to be like a steal of a deal for me to go for some stuff like that. And I mean, still, like that one, the Todd McFarlane one, I know that grade was. So they came back low. So I know what CBCS graded him at, and I want to send it off to Dylan to see what he will do with it and what CGC will do. I'm really curious because I am a big fan of CBCS, and I think that CGC, and this is kind of an example because we graded these hard, and all of the 9.8s, I didn't expect it, obviously, but I'm happy I got them. But I'm like, are they how accurate is it? And are they grading to the standard, or are they just wanting to make people happy now?
I don't know, man. That's a good question that'll be incredibly difficult to answer. But like, I just did a unboxing recently on my YouTube channel with some shocking and surprising results where Jimmy the Geeky Aficionado handles like my super important stuff, like the super hard challenging stuff. And those Saga Mexican variants were a super glossy cardstock cover that had imprints left on them from the polybagging process when they were created. So that was an incredibly emotional unboxing to do those when they came back. And there's some questions that we had that we asked and we talked about in that, and we kept it 20 minutes, so it's watchable. But dude, yeah, I'm right there with you in that thought process a little bit. I don't know that I could start sending stuff to CBCS though, not because of anything I have against them, just because my entire collection has been CGC stuff for over a decade. Now I would have to, as a completionist collector, then I'd have to buy second copy and get a second edition that's done through CBCS, and then it's just too much.
Well, it's because Nolan, he from Outcast, and he gets a lot of my signings, and he's a facilitator for CBCS, and so most of my signed stuff is through CBCS.
Yeah,
and most of my stuff is through CGC, my non-signed. So I have two. I got two of those plastic boxes by. Did I tell you what? You were going with me as I was fixing those things, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a PSA right now. Because I didn't do the video, and then we're gonna have to close it down because it's getting late. But so I had the plastic bins from BCW plastic bins, and I was like, I'm getting all these bins. I'm gonna touch them up with a little bit of super glue. And touched up the corners and whatnot, and super glued a couple to check it out. And the next day, had a little white powder on it. It's like cool, just like cleaned it off, whatever. Didn't really think much about it. Loaded them back up, put it aside, start doing the other ones. The next day, after I got the second batch done, I started loading them, but they had a little bit of that white powder. I was like, huh. And then I looked back at the ones that I had already done, and the white powder had showed up back up over there. I was like, what is going on? And when I opened it, all of the graded there. Now everything was bagged, but everything had a coating of white, like dust, some substance. And I had to go through a process because it was some raws and some graded. I had to go through and rebag everything. And I just put like Mylars, put my grades in Mylars, and my virgins are in my plastic bins. And I had to go back, and I went back with those Comic Pro line Mylar bags. I went back and just redid them all in those, which I'm glad I did because they look really awesome. But do not use super glue on PCW boxes. And you looked it up and looked up like the plastic and stuff like that. And I just never came across something like that. And I was just, it was a nightmare. My wife was so upset because I was spending so much time trying to clean this mess. I had to eventually break them all apart, clean them off with acetone, wash them down with water, put them back together. It was a nightmare. Do not use super glue on BCW boxes. Trust me.
And those boxes do a really good job staying together, but I have noticed a couple of them. The ones I move on and off the shelf a lot that are completely full of slabs. Kind of the back and the front can sometimes separate a little bit, and I'm like, man, maybe I should glue these at some point. And you and I were talking about it, like we had a theory, like, well, maybe we should. And I was like, I don't know, I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do some research. And then like a week later, I think, or 2 weeks later, you hit me up. It's like, hey, I need a hand. Well, then we dove in and found out.
I was tripping, dude. I was stressing out because I was like, is this going to ruin all these books in here? I mean, if they weren't bagged, they would probably it would have ruined the book. But luckily, everything was bagged. They didn't touch the book.
The bag and board protected everything, and it's kind of a natural thing that super glue does. I think it has to do with reaction to a low level of moisture in the area, and then it just kind of settles. So rebagging and reboarding was your A game move there to take care of that stuff, and then cleaning up the bins. And then we found out that the type of plastic that BCW uses just requires a different type of glue if you wanted to do it. And BCW is like, yeah, you don't have to do that. And then I shared the feedback with them that, well, the more you move them around, and when those things are full of books and full of slabs, that weight sometimes can pull those panels apart, but it only happens to about 30% of the bins that I have.
Yeah, you know, and it like I had the gator guards in there. They weren't covered, and I was nervous because those aren't like sealed, and nothing got into the book. But I had to take all the books out of the gator guards and clean down the gator guards. They came out fine, and they're good. They look pristine, but still, I was like I had a lot of top loaders. In fact, some of these ones that I sent off to, this one, in fact. So these top loaders that Dylan sent my books back in were the ones that I sent him my stuff in. And there's still white on these top loaders on the corners. It didn't come off on some of these top loaders. So it stuck to some things and it did not come off. And, you know, I don't know why, but it would wipe off, but it didn't wipe off on everything. So do not use super glue.
Yeah.
On your BCW
just don't glue them. Just
don't do it.
Keep an eye on them. They'll be all right.
Dude, thanks for coming on. You made this totally really special and cool. And as you know, I seen JT in the comments and then Dylan being in here as well. Again, Hogjaw Comics. That's Dylan in the chat. Hit him up. He'll take care of your books, and you'll be able to get some really good deals on books through eBay. And yeah, next week I got a 15 maybe slower slab book coming to me.
Ooh.
And I got some. I got a print in there. I can't even tell you. There's a print that we weren't able to get graded, but I'm gonna sell it. But I can't wait to show what that print's what it is.
I can't thank you enough for letting me pop on and hang out, because I really enjoy CGC unboxings, and I love you and I have very similar styles of collecting.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you do a CGC unboxing blind, I feel like I'm also there doing it with you, and I'm sharing in that as well. And it's great, because that's absolutely what I love about the CGC unboxings and sending stuff to CGC is, yes, I do chase rarity. I do chase high grades. But at the end of the day, if something's extremely rare, if it's not going to hit 98, it's not going to hit 98. But the unboxing, the not knowing, the kind of like lottery scratch off ticket aspect of it is a ton of fun. I've got a box on its way back too, and I'm hoping that you and I can hang out on my channel for my unboxing.
Yeah, I will. Let me know. I'll definitely be on there. Yeah,
I've got that fourth printing of Venom 3 coming back in that.
Fourth printed Venom 3. Oh yeah,
null on the cover, and then
I was gonna send it off. I'm trying to get it signed first. Chris Myron. This is hey Chris, we're just ending, but real quick. Remember those Venom ones, the orange and the red, and you got the sketch one. So I sent those off to get graded. Check these grades out, dude. Here's the orange one, 9.8, and then the red and the white. Everything came back 9.8 from these. 9.8 on that too. And those are the ones we got for under. I got for under 50. And he's the one that got the. I was telling y'all that got the sketch one. Thanks, JT. Looking forward to kicking your butt in fantasy this year. Don't study too hard, because it ain't gonna do no good. Yeah. So I'd like to see what your sketch one comes back, man. So all those came back, and we were both tripping on how we got that orange one and that red one for under $50 together. It's crazy.
Nice.
But thanks, man. Appreciate it, Chris. So I got to end it. I got to go hang out with the family. Dude, Andy, I really appreciate it, brother. Let me know when your stuff comes in, because I want to hang out with you and do yours as well. And if y'all don't know, Andy is a admin on Rhino's page on Facebook. So if you need to get a hold of him, you can get a hold of him through Rhino's page as well. Everyone, subscribe if you enjoyed it on the YouTube channel. Again, YouTube, it's Rhino's Comic Report. Facebook, it's just Rhino's ... Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you hopefully next week on Andy's channel. Andy, what's your channel?
Comic Man Andy on YouTube is where you can find me. Yep, Comic Man Andy is where you can find me on YouTube and IG and anywhere on social media. And it'll probably be about 2 weeks before you and I can get together for that unboxing. But dude, fourth print.
Dude, you're roboting out really bad.
Ooh, sorry. I don't know. It must be that time of night. Must be time to end it.
Yeah. Say it again, though.
Comic Man Andy is where you guys can find me on YouTube and IG and other social media.
Yeah, so look, Comic Man Andy, and we'll see y'all next week. Later, guys.